Hello and welcome to the highlights of the Unicycles game against Lower Hutt on the 9th of May. This is Chris Scarrett speaking, and I've got my good friend Connor Clements here with me.
Pleasure to be here, Skaz, as we see the lineup. So Colquill in goal, Apana, Owen and Keru on the right. Lovely lineup there, actually. This is beautiful. Yeah, lovely graphics. Adam Atmore, Matheson and Shannon Doyle.
Matheson holding the midfield down with Atmore and Doyle slightly in front of him. Scarrett and Rosenberg, we're a little bit high in the graphic, but playing the wide midfield roles, and Scott Petty at striker. A big bench.
Jeez, look at that subs bench as well. Absolutely stacked on that subs bench. I mean, Koi Din is one of those names that stands out. Fantastic subs bench, and also, Boise and yourself on the wings. That's potent.
Yes, and Abdullah Shafiq, one of the subs there, is actually refereeing the first quarter of the game.
Oh, good on him. Yeah, as we know at this level of cap football, they can't provide referees, so we have to step in ourselves and do the job. Good on him.
So just the early stages of the game here? Much happening
as you can tell, that's yourself. The beard kind of gives it away.
And it does. So a few sloppy moments from the cycles early on.
Shannon was looking for you there, just couldn't find that pass.
Lower Hutt themselves, they, as we'll see, start to make some chances, but not very good at taking them.
Well, they did come into this game actually top of the table, didn't they? So obviously their earlier results not really telling their form.
Yeah, no. Looking at the fixtures early on, they played a lot of the lower teams in the league, but they'd scored 8 goals in 4 games and only conceded 1. So we were really looking to this game and thinking this is going to be a bit of a test.
Hopefully you could change that. Obviously you want to try and get that numbers column for goals conceded quite up for them, and also add to your goals scored tally. So hopefully as the game progresses and we see it go on, we'll be able to see you score a couple, as Lower Hutt with a big chance early on, dragged wide by the striker. Was that good defending?
Bit of both, I think. Here they are again, going to test Hamish Colquill.
Wellington College, absolutely delightful day, perfect day for footy, really, not too hot. With zip on the surface as well.
Much better than the next day was. It was a bit of a the following day, but
absolutely.
Saturday held out. It's a bit of scrappy position going on.
Yeah. Looking like perfect playing conditions at Wellington College, but you're right, scrappy from both teams as a bit of a midfield battle. Lower Hutt with the advantage in this early stage of the first half.
And the big talking point of this game, of course, Phil Chapman, one of the Unicycles, playing against his brother, the number 7 for Lower Hutt, Aaron Chapman. Aaron's played a few games for the Cycles over the years, but this time turning out for the opposition. As we'll see, he had a pretty good game. He also saved my bacon. I forgot my boots on the day, so I was borrowing Aaron's spare pair.
Isn't that classic?
First time I've done that, actually, but I was quite lucky.
Yeah, well, there's always something. Someone needs some shin pads, someone needs some boots.
Here is Aaron on the ball.
Oh, there he is, number 7 for Lower Hutt. A couple of good touches from him. Unfortunately, just that final touch got away from him. Well, fortunately for the Cycles, unfortunately for Lower Hutt, and ball comes through. Was that punch clear? No, that was just headed clear. Hamish still on his goal.
It's Adam Atmore on the ball, I believe. Turning it over, unfortunately.
You can definitely see there's a couple of players in this Lower Hutt team who look like they know what they're doing. A couple of good touches, but obviously, just as a collective, they were let down a couple of times.
Yeah, a few good passes.
Finishing.
Certainly, Aaron himself, he's a quick player, some good technique. Certainly, someone I was worried about having to mark, but
yeah, of course, him being on your wing.
He told me at kick-off that the other winger was actually faster. So here we are. So as we can see, a lot of possession for Lower Hutt in the first half. The Cycles really struggling to sort of string anything together and get the ball away from goal, as we see another effort from Lower Hutt just dragged wide. Good skill there from the man.
Yeah, lovely skill. Once again, though, can they actually fashion a shooting chance here? No. Well, you could say that was a shot, but it looked like it missed by quite a distance.
Didn't even go out.
I'd say that. Yeah, I'd say he was probably looking for a pass there.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell as that was over. Yeah.
Playing it short out the back from the Cycles, something we've been trying to work on over the last few weeks.
Looking for that inside and then outside ball. Well played, nice and easy. As you pick it up on the outside, just play it inside. It's lovely play from the Cycles there, doing what you worked on well.
Just
simple
stuff.
Once
we start to get the ball forward.
Yeah, as soon as you get into the attacking third, mate, it looks like it's just turned over, and you have immediately they just come straight back at you in this opening 20 minutes or so.
Foul there. Good touch from Aaron. Effort. It's Graham Matheson on the ball, some great footwork.
Lovely footwork and also good use of the body there. Fortunately, that's the end of that highlight, and you'd hope that ball would be slipped through well as you make way. Scares, it looks like a big all change.
3 or 4 subs, mate. 4 subs.
Yeah,
at the same
I can see
time,
Coy coming on. I think Boise coming off. Jeez, some serious subs, but as we know, it's rolling subs.
Exactly. Here's Phil Chapman on the ball.
Absolutely fine.
Here's his brother Aaron on the ball. What's going to happen?
The challenge in there.
Just fell low.
Hutt do come away with it though. Yep.
Big throw from the big man himself.
Yeah, big throw from Phil.
Good recovery. Not quite sure who that is. Unfortunately, the sun played a little bit of havoc with the camera over for this game, but we do what we can.
Yeah, unfortunately, it sometimes does. Yeah. At least the conditions were beautiful though, and that's the main thing. And as long as we can see the goals, happy days for us as commentators.
Move for him!
This is better from the Cycles. We've progressed here. You can see us progressing through.
We done on the ball. Doing a little bit
good,
but unfortunately not quite finding Phil.
Yeah, some good touches, and then unfortunately for the Cycles, it was just given away there.
Once again, struggling to clear our lines and just giving the ball back to Lower Hutt. But,
bit of a theme for this opening kind of 20-25 minutes or so. As these highlights go on, it seems that every time you do progress into that area, apart from that last kind of segment, it looks like Lower Hutt do break and they do fashion a chance or two. I mean, they haven't had any clear-cut chances, you'd have to say, but they have fashioned some half chances.
Yeah, pretty well marshalled by the centre-backs, I think.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to give the Cycles defence some credit there. It's down well. Now here we go. Cycles in the opposition third. Looking to cause some havoc back there. Force the defenders to hurriedly clear or just hoof it as we see there.
Go well in, Andy.
Some touch from the Lower Hutt attacker. Well defended.
Oh, and he's put Andy on his ass.
He has done well there after initial good defending from Aaron. Sending them wide, which is good from the Cycles, making sure they play back as well. And then getting into an area where they can intercept. So well done by the Cycles, and then the man
Putting Coy through.
Coy on the outside of the defender's shoulder, looking to cut in. Gets it onto his favoured right foot and driven across, but unfortunately for the Cycles, no one's there. Put a shot on target. Lower Hutt can try and break here. Number 16 for Lower Hutt.
Good tracking back by Adam Atmore there. Still Lower Hutt on the ball.
Yeah, once again it comes back into that midfield area, and it's definitely back and forth between the two teams. Cycles have done well to come away with it. Still taking his time there. Waiting for movement in front of him.
Somehow got through there.
Oh, he's done well. The Lower Hutt defender didn't really offer a challenge there. Kind of just let him lean on him and moved him on.
And here we see one of our supporters, Matt Greenwood, turning up. What's that he's got in his hand?
Matty Greenwood. What does he have in his hand? Obviously, Matt Greenwood would love to be playing. Unfortunately, he's out with an injury. It's going to rule him out until the second half of the season.
Yes, great loss for the Cycles there. He's one of our goal threats.
What did he say?
Absolutely. Was there any, or were there any injuries in this game, Skaz, or was everyone still healthy?
No, I think everyone's healthy after this one.
Fantastic.
Count ourselves quite fortunate for that. We do tend to pick up a few injuries. We're all getting a bit older, but not this game. Of course, we had some players playing with injuries, but you know, it is what it is. I think it helped having the number of subs we did in terms of the sort of physical strain of the game. But I know talking to a few of the lads after the game, there were some, not injuries, but some very tired bodies. There's a lot of people put a lot of work in, as we'll see as the game progresses. Maybe not in the early stages.
Yeah, but as you know, like, I mean, with these games especially, the attrition, when it's a midfield battle, it's just going back and forth and bouncing between the two teams. No one really has long spells with the ball under possession. Then those games can be tough for both teams because you're just continuously going back and forth, bit of end-to-end stuff. Bit of a battle in the midfield. It's tough.
Bit of a self-falcon from Phil back there, kicking the ball into his own face, but carried on.
Have to mention that.
Bit of a run from
Done
Abs.
here.
Ball in.
Abs. Never know with Abs whether he's shooting or crossing a day. You always think that he's looking for that shot.
I feel like on that occasion it was
it was definitely a cross. Yeah.
Abs coming into this game having not scored a goal in the first 4 games of the season. Oh, a bit of a nutmeg there.
Lovely little nutmeg there from yourself, mate. Well done. Unfortunately, though, follow-up play was not living up to that original play. Well, that's a nice little slip ball through.
But look at that from Hamish.
Well done, Hamish. Spread himself well. Fantastic save and then cleared from the Cycles.
Hold up from Koi, playing it back into, I believe it's Shannon.
That's good play from the Cycles. Calm after that opportunity, so they've done well there. They've played it out. Just, tried to keep the ball and restore some sense of calm there.
Just retaining it in the defence as well.
Yeah, this is looking good. This is probably the longest spell the Cycles have had in these highlights, so it's good to see. As Koi gets absolutely bowled over. Who is this referee? I mean, come on, that's got to be a foul.
That, I believe, is Russell Pine. No foul there.
Russell's definitely a fan of the hard man's game, I see.
Seemingly. So is this going to be a chance? And it goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere, and the highlight nicely fades out for us, so we don't have to see it. Lovely editing there.
It's the first time I put transitions in these videos, so a bit of an experiment, as is the commentary.
It's alright, yeah. You know, you gotta have a bit of fun with it sometimes, and fading out's a good way to kind of just say, nah, it was an average chance, we can move on.
What's going to happen?
A very interesting.
No.
Interesting clearance from that defender where he just kind of mistimed his header and skidded off the back.
Sold it.
Here's Scaz selling that defender completely. Sells him for a sausage roll down at the local shop. Fortunately, once again, though, the pass just a bit dicey, and Lower Hutt do have a moment of counter, but the Cycles win it back. This has been the theme of this game. So turnovers in the middle. I think that's that Lower Hutt player that I was talking about before. He's definitely got a nice touch on him. The dude with the longer hair. Quite a decent player, him.
Seems to be.
Yeah, looks like he knows his way around a touch or two. As Hamish bombs it long, it looks like it could be Route 1 stuff for Abs.
He's done well to win the ball there and play it back to Phil. Yeah. What's Phil going to do?
Uses his body well. Phil with the long ball across. Can't find his Cycle shirt. Beautiful dark green Italia shirts.
Yes, unfortunately still waiting for our new kit to arrive from Football Central, but we're hoping it will arrive in the next couple of weeks.
Lower Hutt come away with a breakaway, looks for a square across goal. I'm not sure why he didn't take that on himself. It looked like he had a decent angle there. He went for the unselfish option, and unfortunately for Lower Hutt, Cycles get away with that one.
So we're certainly counting the blessings with that opportunity.
Yeah, striker, if he'd just been a bit more selfish, could have had a chance there.
So you see them going long.
Once again, yeah, another long ball through, looking to use the pace. Defending.
And I've almost turned the ball away there, and I have in fact turned the ball away. Over rather.
Defending originally, but unfortunately you've overrun it and then scrambled it clear.
So they come back towards us.
No!
I mean, Lower Hutt, you have to say, the amount of chances they've had, or the balls into the box, would be ruining their missed opportunities, especially if they go on to lose this game. I mean, early on, you've seen the amount of chances they've had. I know they've all been relatively half chances, but
well, that
apart from that
there,
one fantastic save from Hamish.
That chance just there, I believe, was Aaron right on the back post, about a metre out.
Yeah.
Well played, Chris.
And may have resulted in some cries from the crowd of which team are you playing for?
Yeah, I mean, I heard no on the sideline, but I mean, you've got to put some of these away, and Lower Hutt will be absolutely kicking themselves.
I think it's a fair summary. Bit of an effort from range.
Hey, you're lucky, boys.
Well, I mean, the keeper throws it out; it comes to him like nicely, so he decides why not have a pop. Fortunately, it just goes straight back to the keeper, but another day that drops in over his head as the ball's driven in. Defenders miss it, keeper doesn't though.
He's done well so far in what we've seen, this keeper. Both keepers, in fact.
Absolutely, both keepers. From what we've seen, I mean, Lower Hutt's keeper hasn't had as much to do, but I mean, Hamish, 2 fantastic saves.
Absolutely. He goes
Again, Lower Hutt. Always, yeah, good feet there. Unfortunately for him, the Cycles were aware and they cleared the danger. Well done. Going to play out from the back. The midfield sort of turn in there, trying to take on his man in the middle. Using his wide player, bit of space opening up.
Bit of intel following this game. The Cycles had our training session last night and have been working very hard on our shape. But what's just happened here? Is that a
handball? Is that a penalty?
Let's see.
I'm going to zoom in. It's going to slow motion replay. His arm is away from the body. It's hard to tell. It has it hit his arm there, but in the new rules of the game, if it comes off the thigh and then onto the hand, that is not a pen. So you have to say Lower Hutt.
That's been the cause of some consternation in the A-League.
It has, and the penalty's tucked away on the rebound. So the Cycles 1-0 up. I mean, we definitely have to look at that. Would VAR have overruled it? Probably in this new crazy world that we live in, but Cycles lead. Referee decided that it was a pen, and it was a pen. It definitely hit his hand. Whether or not the new rule says that outside of the body or extended from the body, sorry, or if it deflects, I'm not quite sure.
It's certainly something we've seen being given both ways in the A-League in
That's correct.
So,
correct.
Who knows, but definitely a contentious one. But at the end of the day, it's been given.
His hand, it's been given. The ref saw it that way, and
Go on,
one of the Cycles.
Of course, that's the peril of these leagues where you have players refereeing. They're not experts necessarily. They're not necessarily they have experience refereeing, and that's the referee may have made anyway. So we go.
Yeah, I mean, and as a referee, like even if he doesn't know the latest rules, he saw it hit his hand, and so he said, you know what, that's a handball because it's hit his hand. His arm's out from the body, and he's given it. And Lower Hutt now down a goal, need to come back.
So moving ball around well still.
Yeah, they still do look like they're a team that definitely hold their shape well. They know what they're doing. Just a couple of times they're shooting, obviously letting them down, and just a couple of those last decisions in that final third. You know, the striker opting to pass instead of shooting, and a couple of the chances they're creating just being kind of half chances. But you have to give the Cycles credit as well. The scrambling defence is doing well to keep them at bay.
Not quite sure
What's
he doing?
Yeah, that's an interesting diving header from Coy in the middle of the park. I'm not sure really if he needed to commit to that, as he looks to get free on the left. Going out, waiting for his defender to make the first move and looking to inside. Waiting for his run.
Shannon on the ball.
Shannon looking to whip it in. Absolutely clouts the defender. Is that a throw or a corner?
Hard to tell with the substitutes doing a very good job of blocking the camera angle.
Classic Sunday/Saturday league.
Guys, unlucky.
Sure.
Oh, I've been nutmegged.
Oh, here we go. Oh, well, luckily your sub kind of obscured the view, mate, so maybe it goes both ways in terms of the subs getting in the way.
It's a foul from Dan.
And it is a very, very obvious foul, that one from Dan. I think that was what you call a classic professional foul. He knew he was going to get round him and just stuck his leg out and made sure he didn't.
There's certainly some encouragement from the sideline after that foul. I think it was a tactical move and one that was well received.
Yeah, absolutely.
By one team anyway.
Yeah, by one team, yeah. The other team would say it was cynical. Oh, lovely bend on that free kick. Unfortunately, bending far away from goal for Lower Hutt, but beautiful view from the camera.
Yes, I mean, speaking of the view, I mean, you've already mentioned how nice the weather was, but can we just take a moment to appreciate how most of the fields you play at Wellington give you a spectacular view, and this isn't necessarily one of the best ones in Wellington, but it's still a beautiful sight.
Oh, absolutely.
When the cameras keep down enough. Chance there.
I mean...
So I think this may actually be a clip from the start of the second half.
Yes, it looks like we've switched to the second half, so instead of a fade there, we just had a cut. And we switched sides. So was it 1-0 Scaz in the second? Or there we go. So we just had a bit of a moment where a bit of a hiccup as we adjusted. So halftime 1-0 to the Unicycles over undefeated top of the table Lower Hutt. So fantastic first half for the Cycles. Yeah,
certainly it felt like a bit of a siege in the first half, but happy to get away to halftime with the narrow lead.
Yeah, I mean, you did what you had to do. You got a goal, some would say, against the run of play, but fact is, 1-0 up. It may have been from a contentious penalty as well, but you take what you can get. And as I said, Hutt ruining their missed opportunities. I mean, as we see one hit the rugby post instead of the football goal there.
Clearance from Chris Owen. Comes back. Unfortunately, the camera not keeping up, but
yeah, looks like we've gone static. Someone's probably popped off to the loo or is talking with the subs and isn't looking. We've got a slow-mo replay here. Is this a dodgy tackle from the Lower Hutt player on Shannon?
Hard to actually see what the contact is.
It's very late. It looks like his knee. It looks like he's kind of contacted his knee. Shannon's definitely gone down feeling that one. Lower Hutt player looks immediately like he knows what he's done. He puts his head down, looks to jog off. Yep, he knows what he's done.
He's a bit fiery at this stage.
Yeah, Phil's not happy about that. Very late. Lower Hutt player knew immediately.
Now you're crying, give a pen and now you cry, like come on.
Is that Graham is firing up? I thought I could hear Phil on the sideline.
You gotta come here and fight, if you want to go, I'll fuck you up.
Jesus Christ, definitely not. Which team is that?
That was Lower Hutt.
It's Lower Hutt talking about. Oh wow. Interesting call there.
What's the gaffer got to say here?
It was a handball. It was a handball. Yeah, like, you guys didn't even fight it.
Settle down now, eh? Settle down.
Good words.
Quality from Zach. Quality from Zach. He's just leading from the front. Dr. Murray just telling them to settle down, alright, guys? Come on, let's just play football. Get back into the football, alright, lads? Obviously not coming up against any of this kind of resistance in their season so far, and definitely a bit rattled.
And again,
we zoom in again.
The camera up, but this is another penalty.
Another penalty. Well, let's have a look. He's definitely got the ball past. The defender has 100% taken the player. Lovely slow-mo once again, and you can tell that the ref has made an absolute spot-on call there. That is a penalty kick.
A little bit less contentious this time, and
definitely not a contentious one. That's Stonewall, I'm pretty sure.
Well, one way did well to sort of move the ball on before the player got there and draw the foul in.
Yeah, I was definitely saying I'm pretty sure that defender would definitely be looking back on that with some disdain because definitely poor one to give away, but the keeper's bailed him out. Fantastic save. Or just a penalty put into his right spot. I mean, he guessed the right way. You have to say it's a good save.
Yeah, exactly.
Height for him.
I mean, maybe it'll make them shut up about whatever their pin was.
Free kick.
The Cycles have now had two penalties saved. Obviously, one was tucked away on the rebound, but second one saved. And Hutt escape further damage.
Pressure themselves on the Cycles again now. This ball comes wide. He's the man that committed the foul on Shannon not long ago.
The man who knew he'd committed a foul and put his head down and walked away. Yep.
I believe the
camera
was, you did it before.
You did it before. An excuse to go and foul yourself. No. Highlight comes to an end as Lower Hutt looking for a goal here. Yeah. Fantastic.
Now that's a foul, I think, by Chris Owen, but Lower Hutt go away with it, and Dankaroo Cup as well.
Continue. And is that an advantage and called back, or is that just a throw-in? It looks like just a throw-in.
Just a throw-in, I believe.
Yep. So letting them progress. Murray now on the sideline, I see.
There he is.
Just having a
Clear by
spell.
Kazawan.
Just to the lower Hutt player on the edge of the area.
Have to wonder whether he needed to
Slowly
take it
making the cross.
Cleared by the Cycles.
Yeah, well done. Defending again, you have to say the Cycles so far, solid defence. Hutt though, they've been asking questions. Not that time though, Hamish will comfortably clear, or gather, and look to clear.
Carew, back this season after a long layoff with an ACL injury, so really good to have him back on the side. And don't know
what have we got here?
There. Oh,
no, we almost missed a chance there, but it looked like there was just a moment of zooming in on one of the
It's not out.
Hutt players on the side.
Got recovered by Graham though.
Yeah, well recovered after some nifty footwork by the number 12.
Play the ball through to Scotty, who loses the ball unfortunately.
And that's
Well
gone for a throw.
Just
Less.
Carew plays it back in.
With the ball.
Scotty out to
Lovely
Graham.
play from the Cycles. Graham looking to whip a cross in, uses his left foot.
Nothing comes of it.
And comes of it.
Look at that switch from the lower Hutt player.
The 12 showing that he does have some elegant touches in amongst his terrible tackles.
No, I certainly thought he was a pretty good player for putting that flare up to the side.
As he goes for the long strike, and
stops it out.
Coghill is equal to it, just.
Throw in from outside the fence.
That is a very interesting tactic. Obviously not making, trying to make up the ground, and I mean, he does probably win a foul there. The referee just lets go on, but you have to say that he has to be quick to jump the fence and then provide an option again, so very interesting tactic from him. To be fair, he did it alright.
Yeah,
Hamish
so
just
Mick
missing the
thought
ball
he had
there
it, he
and
didn't
Dan
have
Carew
it.
clearing it off the line.
Skimmed around him and Crew's on the line, and it was just dribbling.
Yeah, well done
in.
from Dan again. Good defending, good to have him back, I'm sure, for the Cycles.
Fucking press resistant.
We're having a little good exchange there, but then not being able to
Yes.
find it.
Nice one too, but once again, as soon as it progresses into that final third, apart from those two penalties, Cycles... Oh, that's a robust challenge, to say the least there.
Not a great
challenge. Let's have a replay of that. Let's have a replay of that. So the ref may get in the way here. Let's hope he doesn't. Boy comes in, gets the ball. His studs are showing, so you could argue that that is a foul, but luckily for Coy, he got all the ball there.
Taking down Aaron Chapman that we've discussed a few times already.
Yeah,
Danger
we have.
Free kick comes in. Straight.
Nice work, Mish.
I think if he hadn't got all the ball there, obviously it's a foul because he has come through the back of him with his studs raised. But if he hadn't got all the ball, it's a yellow card. So well done to Coy for actually winning the ball despite the foul giveaway.
Lovely.
Oh, that's
great work.
nice play there. Lovely.
Graham, one of the more talented dribblers in the Cycles side. Excels.
That's quite lovely. Quite a lovely 1-2 there from the Cycles, unfortunately though. As I feel like I've said quite a lot, it's just that giveaway, but it does come straight back for the Cycles.
Scotty's through. What can he do?
Put Scotty through, slip ball, step over, crosses it in. Lovely finish. Lovely finish. Couldn't score the penalty, but they do score a header. Crossed in by Scotty. Let's zoom in on the delivery. Back post header. Who is it at that back post scoring that goal, Skaz?
Abdullah Shafiq getting off the mark.
Abdullah Shafiq. Line with that last defender, and a lovely header. Keeper, fortunately for him, far too slow to get there.
It's actually a bit closer than I was expecting looking back at that video, so well done to Abs, placing it well and just keeping it out of reach.
Yeah, made sure. Great use of the body. Great use of the body by Phil there. There's a bit of turn of pace to get away from that defender as well. Goes down another goes down the box. No penalty that time though.
No, I don't think he was calling for one either.
No, he wasn't.
Had a bit of momentum going the wrong way.
Chris. Love
it! He's so calm there, just plays it back nice and easy, doesn't try and force it. Good to see Coy kind of
You got on, Jay?
Ross there. Sorry, carry on.
Oh no, it's just I was just saying it's good to see Coy playing calmly and just moving the ball on and keeping the ball ticking over for the Cycles.
Well, it's one thing you can always rely on Koi for is to not rush.
Well done, mate. As we can see so far from this game, I mean, you've already doubled the amount of goals that Lower Hutt have conceded in the season, so it's a good start. Lower Hutt find themselves in a very unfamiliar position as well, being 2 goals down after being undefeated and only conceding 1 goal this entire season. Now they've got 2 to come back.
We're happy with this.
Bit of an arse, but can they do it? While we're watching this game, Connor, how are the Ackies going?
Here we go, boys. Hey.
This has been going alright, mate. 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss, so a decent start to the season. And our next game's at Calvin Park against Nainai first, so looking forward to playing a first team. Obviously in the Chatham Cup recently, knocked out by Marist first, but yeah, should be a good game.
And what weekend is that? Is that this weekend?
Yes, that's this weekend coming at Calvin Park, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, hopefully some Cycles watching this footage will come.
What was that challenge? Oh, why did we not get a slow-mo of that? I thought he did a flip there.
What we call a MMA takedown by Koi.
Yeah, it looked like a Randy Orton RKO.
The foul rightly given.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, at this stage, you know, Koi lucky to have perhaps escaped a yellow from the earlier challenge, and certainly lucky to have escaped yellow for that one.
Yeah, it definitely looked like, as you say, an MMA, WWE kind of move. It was really kind of acrobatic in terms of that challenge. I mean, Lower Hutt
certainly exercising the dark arts in this game, Koi, but a lot of hard work from him, actually.
I have to say, Koi's just, you know, the silk and steel is evident once again because he's proving it. And he's wearing that snood as well. He always loves that snood, doesn't he?
Can you confirm it's not a snood, it's a full scarf?
Oh, sorry, it's just
does extend out into the distance behind him. Oh,
I hadn't noticed. Is that a penalty for Lower Hutt? It looked like a tough challenge. The referee's coming over. Is he pointing to the spot?
If we lose the picture, it was a penalty.
It was just a nice transition fade out, and Lower Hutt take the pen, and that is 1 penalty for Lower Hutt. So 1 penalty apiece. Obviously, Unicycles had 2 but missed 1, so now 2-1 to the Cycles over Lower Hutt. So Lower Hutt have halved the deficit. Be looking to get another one and hopefully get a draw for them. Unicycles be aiming to get that dogged defence back and make sure that they cannot come back into this game.
So I believe that goal was with about 10 minutes to go in the game. So
10 minutes to go.
Still hold out.
So it was the classic backs to the wall job from now on out for the Cycles. Although it looks like they are countering here.
Oh,
We're going across, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Turns inside. Looks like he's palmed it onto the post, has he?
I believe so.
Unbelievable.
Perhaps, but
very lucky escape from the Hutt. Wide open at the back post. Beat his defender, cut inside, left foot shot, and the keeper saved it onto the post as nothing comes from that Lower Hutt free kick.
Very late there, and I believe this may have been close to the last play. This moment now.
Cycles just looking anywhere will do. Anywhere will do. It's hoofed up high, hopefully long, not gone as long as they would have wanted. Referee looks to have blown his whistle. Full time to the Unicycles. A 2-1 victory over Lower Hutt. Fantastic performance over previously undefeated top of the table team. Unscared.
Excellent. Very great to take 3 points away, and we're looking forward to trying to build on that momentum as we go into the rest of the season. Thanks so much for joining us today, Connor. I really appreciate your commentary.
Oh, no problem, mate. Pleasure. And that game had everything. I mean, it had penalties, it had drama in terms of a bit of swearing on the sideline, and luckily for us, it also had 3 goals. So fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Hey Chris, how you going, mate? Yeah, good.
Fucking fantastic, cool. Yeah, good.
And today's the 5th game of the season, I believe.
Yep.
Played at Wellington College. How'd it go?
Yeah, good performance from the lads. You know, I was a bit worried coming into it with 7 subs that things might be a bit disrupted. But no, really excellent performance. A lot of hard work from everyone. Come out with a 2-1 win against top of the league, so very happy.
Who scored the goals?
Phil scored the first one. He took a penalty and kicked it straight at the keeper, and then did very well to get on the rebound and put it away. And then a good little interchange between, I think, Scotty and Graham.
It was Ants.
No, Scotty and Graham
Oh,
to
yes.
get Scotty free, who then crossed the ball for Abs at the back post. Very good finish from Abs. Good to see him off the block.
No one noticed.
No one noticed. We haven't been waiting for it, but you know.
Yeah.
Nah, but a few penalties given that were contentious from the other side's point of view, but I think pretty fairly given by our referees who did a fantastic job today.
Nice, yeah.
Second penalty taken by Abs. Abs, sorry mate, you're off penalties. Phil, sorry mate, you're off penalties too. I think Shannon's on them.
Hey, how about yours truly?
I think Shannon's on them.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Shannon smoke one. Over.
No, I've only seen him miss one penalty
Okay.
the entire time I've known him.
Okay, in any case, 3-2-1s for today?
3 is actually for me, Shannon. I thought he had a really good performance today.
Yeah.
Coy, I'm going to give you 2 actually.
Oh, come on, my man.
No, like I was a little bit frustrated at the start when you come on and you turn into a second striker when you were supposed to be attacking midfield.
Yes.
But you took it on board the commentary from everyone and you actually put a lot of hard work in, a lot of tackles. Just I think a really fantastic game from you.
Yeah.
One point. No one's leaving to mind to me for the moment, but I think I'll give it to Hamish because I thought he had a pretty good game.
Okay.
It could have been
Hamish
higher.
is your third best player.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Shannon's number 1 today.
Awesome. All right,
Shannon
very much. Yeah. And well, you're back on interview, and we're back into the know more about myself. So where would someone find Chris on a Saturday morning, or afternoon, or evening, if not for football?
Watching football.
It's a non-football related question.
At home. Doing nothing. I'm really boring.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, well played today, mate.
Thanks.